Hey guys, this is Comicino, and today I'm doing a review for The Flash. So let's start talking about this episode. With this episode, we get to see a bit more of the West family and a bit more of Harry Wells. Harry wanting to save his daughter and doing anything to save her. So he steals some of Barry's Speed Force. It's like 2% of it, but there's some like warnings like, hey, something's going on with Barry, and obviously because his Speed Force was stolen. And because of this, with the other side of the story, with the West family, Wally's still drag racing, and we have one of our Villain of the Weeks dealt with in the drag race, and Iris gets hurt. So because Barry doesn't have the 2% of Speed Force he could have used, Iris gets hurt. Now, obviously, it wasn't fatal, but she does get hurt. And we get to see the West family become a little closer because Wally might be seeing a bit more of why maybe what he's doing is wrong, but also Iris and Joe understanding why he does the things he does. And then also Harry of Earth 2 being different from the Harrison Wells we knew of Earth 1, or really the Reverse Flash of Earth 1. And with Harry, we get to see, yes, he did something wrong, but it's mostly because of his family. Actually, he resembles more of our Flash team than he did Harrison Wells, because Barry admits saying that I would have done the same thing for someone I loved, and we should help Harry get Jesse. So the next two episodes are going to be very Earth 2 heavy with, it looks like Barry, Harry, which now I just noticed that there's Barry and Harry. That's going to be confusing saying that back to back. But anyways, Barry and Harry and Cisco going to Earth 2, and it seems like Caitlin and Jay dealing with their stuff in Earth 1. That's what's pretty much going on. What did I think of this episode? I thought this was better than last episode and the episode before. Those two are very weak for this this season of Flash. Now, I won't say this episode was amazing. The cliffhanger kind of, we all saw it coming because we knew Earth 2 was coming because of the trailers. But it was a needed episode, and I think it was an episode with a lot of heart, especially with Harrison Wells and kind of digging deeper into his character. But the MVP of this episode for me was Joe West. Honestly, Jesse L. Martin just did such a good job in this episode with the emotion, anger, and even comedy in this episode. But the one scene that really got to me with Joe was that heart-to-heart with Wally, where he's not trying to push like, hey, I'm angry because, you kind of were the one who hurt Iris, but not really. But he's trying to play the friend and the father, but he finds a good balance in this episode of how to be a father to Wally. And also I thought Wally was an improved character. I didn't love the way they introduced the character of Wally. Kind of reminded me a lot of the New 52 version of him, more of the attitude. But now I'm really seeing a little bit of a pre-New 52 version of Wally, especially with the reasons of why he wants to drag race. I for some reason did not connect that in previous episodes. So I really like that we got a backstory with that. It made Wally a lot likable of a character. So I was very happy to see that. And honestly, the West family in general just get more of a spotlight in this episode. Negative towards this episode probably was the slow beginning. I know that's kind of ironic because this episode's about taking away speed from Barry, but that's kind of how the episode felt in a lot of ways too towards the beginning. I'm like, alright, where are we going with this? Yeah, we have good character building, but where is that big twist that I feel like Flash is always known for? And I think that's something I've been missing with Flash, and I guess especially with Arrow, that there's been a couple more twists in recent episodes. And with Flash, it just feels like it's going through the motions and stalling for some reason to get to the zoom point. And honestly, maybe stalling to get to these Earth 2 episodes. So I'm hoping, I honestly think and I guess hope that the Earth 2 episodes will amaze me. And I do think that's going to happen, seeing these different versions of our characters, especially Killer Frost, which I'm excited about, because once again, Caitlin was not used in this episode at all. I have a feeling the Earth 1 Caitlin might be killed off, because they really have not utilize their character or even know what to do with their character at this point, which is upsetting. And then Cisco was here and there, but honestly, we've had a lot of story with Cisco, so I understand why he was a bit sidelined in this episode. Another negative towards this episode, honestly, was the villain of the week. He felt so out of place that it could have been anybody playing the villain. He was more of like, oh, we kind of need these storylines to fit, and we kind of need a villain to do that. Alright, Tar Pit. So it felt like a very random villain. They could have done something more with him, or I don't know, maybe dealt with the things without a villain in this episode. Maybe just having, the lead guy of the drag races, like, be the enemy instead. I don't know if we really needed a metahuman in this episode, and I guess that was definitely a disappointment. So overall, this was an improvement from the last two episodes, but still not exactly where I want the show to be, but there were some really good character moments, and I'm hoping the Earth 2 episodes will be better for Flash, which I think they will. I think it's something they've just been waiting for. So this comic, of course, I'll have a review for The Flash next week, and I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links from my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.